So this is a quick 7-minute video, supposed to be humorous. Shows a spin of my car, but what's funny is the wheel that comes off the car ends up about 400 or 500 feet away outside the racetrack, over near the golf course in the water, in a swamp if you will, and I go in after it. The diagram shows you Portland International Raceway. It happened in turn 3/4 and then went off the end, the golf course.
Bob, I'm okay. The wheel came off yeah, left rear came completely off. Right as I went into the high-speed turn 3. That was exciting.
This is a replay that will transition from full speed out of turns 1, 2, and 3 right here into turn 4. It'll switch to slow motion right after I downshift. I put both hands back on, I'm driving, and then right here it starts to break loose. And if you look close to the left of the nose right here, you'll be able to see the tire as it takes off. There it goes. Unfortunately, you couldn't see it here in the video, but I was able to watch it go all the way to the fence and hop the fence and clear it by about 20 feet. The tire had a lot of energy in it, obviously, to be able to do that and keep going all the rest of the way to the golf course, or it would have made it to the golf course if it hadn't hit the water. You can't really see, but there's people over under the trees to the left. I didn't get that close to the gentleman there, but he said he told me later that he was yelling 4 as it was headed for the golf course. I'm not sure that would have helped much. Anyway, kind of wild, and I thought you might not have been able to hear me earlier, but I added some notations here so you could hear what I was saying, both over the radio and just to myself as I'm waiting for the rescue guys to arrive. I'm giving some thumbs up to them there that I'm okay, because I can see them coming in the mirrors, so I was just letting them know. And also, as you can see, I wanted to stay in the car in case somebody else came off behind me. I didn't want to get hit. And I put my gloves back on in case the thing caught fire, but that was pretty unlikely. Just not much to do except for wait for them to arrive. Also, as they arrive, you'll see a gentleman that gets right off the nose of my car, and then you can watch him walk and then jog away. And I left this in just so you can get an idea of how far away that fence is. And I think I mentioned somewhere the fence is about 15-20 feet tall.
Yeah, the left rear came off.
Yeah, we got a wrecker coming for you.
Okay.
Where's your electrical switch?
The safe is on this side, the master.
Switch off.
Good.
Alright, jump out.
Keep an eye on that grass.
Copy.
Go try and find the tires.
I guess it's worth noting too that I was pretty lucky. With the car damage, there's almost none. That'll get shown to you at the end of the video. But more importantly, if this had happened down in turn 11, 12 at the opposite end of the track, there's a big hard wall, and I would have hit it pretty hard and probably would have paid with some hospital time, or at least some soreness. So I was pretty lucky, thanks to whoever's in charge of that. You can see some people if you look real close out there, but there's another video coming up here in just a moment where I'll switch back to the native audio. So when the tire came off my car, it came from right there, went all the way right here where this car is, across these rocks, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. See the guy on the golf cart over there? There's people over there playing golf. My tire was headed straight for him. Went over this hill. It's a small one. Over these rocks. kept going, kept bouncing. I'm gonna look at the data to see how fast I was moving when I came over. And here's where it went in the water. And yeah, that's some nice looking water, as you can tell. That I did go swimming in. And it ended up right over there behind those bushes. And I went in there from the far side with the golf cart guys. Okay. Whoops.
There are things in there, Sherry. There are things.
This is a picture of the tire floating like a cork, oddly enough. I didn't realize it would float so well. My wife, as you can hear, is quite concerned about the things in the water. She didn't know what they were, but she was pretty scared of them. I think more scared of that than the spin I just had. But if anybody knows what a pollywog is or turtle shellback, you'll understand that the little swamp water didn't bother me much. These shots are me getting hosed down by the garden kids. Those are the two kids that were chicken to go in the water. I gave them $20 anyway for riding us out there in the go-kart. And then this is the drink lady as she runs around in the cart. So Bob and I thought we deserved a beer. I think we're drinking Olympia beer, appropriately, from Washington. This is a side shot of the car. You can see there's really no damage. Even the skirts are not even bent up or anything. It was nice and flat and smooth and grassy. Again, pretty lucky. No damage to the car and no damage to me. And you can see we just jacked it up and rolled it into Mike Eisenberg's trailer. Mike, thanks a lot for taking us up there. Also, a big thank you to Portland folks, EC, the track manager, and Mark there with the camera standing closest to us. They were very helpful with us looking for the stub axle, and most importantly, that little nut and big washer looking thing there. Those are hard to find. You have to have them made, so we wanted to get that back if we could. And I'd also like to say thanks to Tony and Pam and the whole SVRA team. They put on a great event there. I had a blast running the Jaguar autocross. I think I was fourth when I left. I don't know where I ended up, but had a great weekend. I urge all my buddies down here in SoCal to go next year.